Over the years, employability has moved from what you studied to what you can do. Knowledge that cannot be applied is useless in today's world. That is why at Summit University Offa, Sun Offa, owned by Ansaruddin Society of Nigeria, our goal is not to produce only employable graduates, but to graduate entrepreneurs and job creators who shine in their world like the products of Sun Offa that they are. Enroll today by visiting www.summituniversity.edu.ng. Inter-university transfer is also available for undergraduates willing to complete their studies at Summit University Offa. Sun Offa. We shine like the sun.
Summit University, owned by Ansaruddin Society of Nigeria, ranks top in among the faith-based private universities in Nigeria. The university is endowed with technocrats in the academia and business enclave. Hence, the adoption of different strategies to add value to its existence beyond the academic pursuits. Such necessitates collaborating with several bodies within and outside the country.
The institutions, the tertiary institutions are doing their own things. The private sector is doing it. So there's no convergence. And if there's no convergence, then it means that the country suffers because it is the convergence that actually makes things work. If you, let me give you an example. The truck, there's a truck, Mack truck. It's a design by universities in America coming together and working together with the private sector. So you can see that kind as an example. There's numerous examples. Warfare now is based on drone technology, so many things to do with artificial intelligence, but the universities will continue to do research. Implementation has to be with the private sector, with government coming in between to support and to give guidance and to make laws. So this is the essence of this meeting, this gathering today, so that we can create a symbiosis. We have people coming from as far as Jordan, Association of Arab Universities. It's a huge thing for me, and we must take advantage of it, no matter how small, even if it's to have modern ways of learning Arabic, of getting knowledge. They have more resources. And we want to collaborate with them. We want to cooperate with them. And that is very important. Funding will be ancillary. What they have manpower because they invest in manpower. And we want to tap, into that. We want to take some of what they have, bring it here, like was done this morning with the Majma. We want to create an ambience. It's not everything is money. If we get personnel, if we get technology, if we get know-how, then we are there. We can always convert that to money.
I want to say that when it's about knowledge and collaboration, we don't differentiate about faith and this. But today we have representatives from Jordan, and they are also working with Arab higher institution. So we have Crescent University Vice Chancellor here, and we have some other dignitaries from public universities that are not faith-based. So collaboration and internationalization are the two things that we are here for today.
Association of Arab Universities is like our own NUC. So they have different universities under them, and with that they work with Majma and provide scholarship for indigenous, for Nigerians.
Having had a strategy session in the earlier, the Summit University Advancement Bureau deemed it fit to appreciate their partners with a modest dinner at Radisson Hotel, Ikeja, with a few friends of the university in attendance.
Well, I think we want to explore collaboration with the Association of Arab Universities. I think we have a common goal in trying to provide tertiary education both in Nigeria and the Arab world. And I think the collaboration is important to grow both institutions, to provide progression for our students and staff, and vice versa, and of course to learn from their own expertise and to kind of support that they can give us.
I think it's a very good idea. I must tell you that I'm also a member of the steering committee of African university, African Islamic universities in Pakistan. And we have a body called COMSTEC, which is trying to take care of all the Islamic-oriented universities throughout Africa and Asia to sort of create a network for them to be able to work together in terms of human and material collaboration and technical assistance. But of course, even this Arab something, they have a lot of potentials for us here. There are facilities for joint research, joint skill and entrepreneurship development, and of course, collaborative research between academics on both sides. So that is what we want to explore here. And that is why we are here. Of course, given our background as people who have been in the heads of affairs at the university, so we're able to guide them more. But what we have observed that in most cases, it is some people telling us what they want to give us, but we have to decide what we want. And that is why we need to.
I think it is a forum to explore the possibilities of interaction between the Arab universities and the Islamic universities in Nigeria in terms of leveraging on capacity particularly. Not necessarily fund, but if it's personnel, for example, the good news is that the whole world is a global village now, and most learning are usually virtual. So it's easier to collaborate with each other and get more personnel to enhance the capacity of our people without necessarily incurring additional costs. And I think this is one of the fundamentals. Beyond that also, I see a situation where some Arab universities would be very willing to donate materials and literature to the university here also. Then thirdly, I also see the possibility of externship or exchanges between our peoples in these universities and universities abroad. And finally, also, it will enable us at the end of the day to standardize, if you like, in terms of international assessment, yes, our students, our product, so that any Arab university that sees those students coming from any of the Nigerian Islamic, you know, okay, they are of this standard. And I think that is very important because the implication of that is that they are easily employable in any Arab country in the world. These are some of the advantages that are likely to come out of the collaboration or partnership between the organization and the Islamic universities in Nigeria.
Let's have a registrar of Summit University, Mr. Mustafa Bayomi Kadri, to give us the opening prayer.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين. We give thanks to Almighty Allah who has gathered us here today for this get-together and the hosting of our very important guests, as the Arab universities. We give thanks to Allah for giving us today. We've had a long day, and we know that Allah, in His infinite mercy, will reward all our activities, right from the program we had in the morning, and this one in particular. We want to commit this program into the hands of Allah. We want to pray for success of this program. We also want to commit the university, Summit University of FAR, into the hands of Allah.
The General Manager of the Advancement Bureau of the University, Dr. Nura Akinlabi Babalola, delivered the welcome address, which was followed with that of the Chairman Governing Council and Pro-Chancellor Alhaji Rafiu Ebiti.
This gathering will aim to foster strategic partnerships between Summit University and Arab universities, promote academic exchange programs, research collaboration, and joint projects together. Also, we want to explore for opportunities for capacity building, faculty development, and student exchange program. As we embark on this journey of collaboration, we recognize the importance of mutual respect, trust, and open communication. We are committed to working together to achieve our shared goals and aspirations.
How we can collaborate and how we can move ourselves forward. The university is what society has created. That's why they call it university. It's a place of the universe. But not a lot of things from universities sometimes get out to private sector, especially here in Nigeria. So we have this challenge. There must be a way, and I emphasize, that we can do something together. This is why I'm thrilled and delighted that Professor Salama is here. Today at the morning session, I didn't want to, I just said that Baba Fani Mokun has made an endowment. I want to tell everybody here that he's paid to disburse 2 billion naira for the study of Arabic and Islamic knowledge and digital ways of doing things. Now, for me, that is an amana, and I can trust that we all need to collaborate. Crescent University, Summit University, Fountain Universities, so that we can at least come together and see how we can better this endowment. It is a trust, and we will need so many things, especially in terms of personnel, in terms of technology, in terms of reach out. So what Majma has done today, what Moise Banere has done today, is just a tip of the iceberg.
The visiting Secretary General of the Association of Arab Universities, Professor Dr. Amr Izzat Salama, also made some remarks.
We have 22 Arab countries. We have several associations and several organizations who belongs to the League of Arab States. The Association of Arab Universities is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, organization which was established after the League of Arab States. Up till now, we have around just less than 500 Arab universities members in our association from the 22 Arab countries. All the major Arab universities in the Arab countries are members in our association. So it's an old organization which was established in 1964, and since then it's doing a good job for the higher education in the Arab world. The association works in its headquarters in Amman, Jordan, but we have 44 entities which belongs to the association. This is consists of number 27 societies, academic societies, a number of maybe 13 councils, specialized councils, and 4 or 5 centers. These entities are distributed all over the Arab world. So some of them are in Jordan, some of them are in Egypt, and some of them are in Saudi Arabia, in Algeria, in Morocco, in Lebanon, in Sudan, in Syria, so it's in the Arab Emirates, in Iraq. So we have these entities which is all over the Arab world. Besides that, actually, we have excellent relationships with most of the large associations all over the world. We have very good relations with European Association of Universities, with the African Association of Universities, with the Chinese and with the Indians, with the East-South Asians, with North America Association, and with the South America Association of Universities. So we are covering all over the world, actually. Besides that, of course, we facilitate the cooperation of our universities, Arab universities, with universities from all over the world, as you can see. Actually, we welcome the cooperation with the Nigerian universities. We look forward for collaboration with a number of Nigerian universities. We have very good and excellent relationship with universities from China, India, Europe, America, as I said, Africa. So I don't know why up till now we don't have a direct relationship between the Association of Arab Universities and some of the major universities in Nigeria here. Of course, one of the major objectives of the association is to support the Islamic studies and the Arabic studies in the Arab world, in the Arab universities, because it's not only your problem with the Arabic language. Most of the Arab universities actually teach in Arabic, but most of them use English language or French language as a main language for teaching. So we look forward to increase the use of Arabic language in our education. The Association of Arab Universities, as I said, works hard in doing so. And we usually have some conferences, some meetings to encourage Arab universities to use the Arabic language, not only for the humanities and for the social sciences, but also for the subjects like engineering, medicine, and scientific subjects.
Professor Ahmed Rufai, the Secretary General of Majma in Nigeria, made this presentation as to what motivated the initiative.
The opportunities are too many for only Majma to use. Why don't we make this available to, let's open communication channels with universities who will be able to make effective use of this. So we're thinking of maybe expanding the memorandum of understanding between the Majma and the Association of Arab Universities in a manner that, other institutions of our learning will be accommodated. This is just demonstrating the rationale behind what we are doing.
What does this portend for some Arabic interests and bodies like Markaz?
Yeah, that is going to help our students a lot, especially in terms of civilization and exposing them to what the digital world is saying today. And it is going to bring a lot of positive impacts in them. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
We have high expectation. We should always be hopeful. We should always be sound to new ideas and keep hope alive in terms of what is possible. And I think the only way you can be sure of that is to explore collaborations with institutions of different types, not necessarily Islamic only, but different parts of the world. We travel, we see what is going on, and we want to bring those developments to our students. And I think in the 21st century, it is important that students have the required skills to be able to be in gainful employment.
Purpose, the project we talk about, is intended to pursue the possibility of using Arabic language, relying on Arabic language in the pursuit of development. Arabic for development purposes. Arabic is not meant to be spoken as a language. Well, French, for instance, English, for instance, and other European languages are languages for science, for research, for development, for whatever. But there's a serious problem in connection with Arabic, where you have every country operating whatever system is placed with. So Islamic Development Bank thought it appropriate to put something in place. But because that's just a financial organization, not an academic, it's not an educational institution, had to partner with key stakeholders in education across the Arab world to do what? To formulate what we can call a common framework, so something generally acceptable, something that is globally recognized, that's going to be globally recognized by all, what we can rely upon in terms of content, in terms of pedagogy, in terms of assessment, means of assessment, in a manner that whatever is happening in Nigeria is not going to be different from whatever is happening in Ghana, in Egypt, or a common framework. Well, the implication of this for education, especially in the Nigerian context, is that people acquire certificates, especially in languages, but are many of them able to do what they are expected to be able to do? For instance, a PhD in Arabic, a PhD in French, a PhD wherever. We have people with big certificates who can hardly fulfill even minor and insignificant role. So the implication of this concerns the need for our policy makers, curriculum designers and developers to cast a critical look at the situation and see the possibility of reviewing for the purpose of injecting what we call functionality in that education. So if you are trained, if you receive training just for 1 month, we will see what you'll be able to do. I'm talking concerning language now, Arabic language, French language. There's a lot of potentialities. When people, they can work as translators, they can work as, even in, every organization has public affairs department, public relations department, experts in language, people in communication, people can work in this department. So people, those who study Arabic, this is where they belong. When people are going overseas on trade missions, they go with you as interpreters, as whatever. But do they have what it takes to fulfill this role, to really function in that capacity?
Interesting.
Yes, I think our policymakers, curriculum experts and others, who administrators, we need to, to have a rethink in that regard and do something.
To appreciate all, the GM Advancement Bureau delivered a vote of thanks.
I would like to express our profound, heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for your presence, participation. Thank you very much. Tonight, we have witnessed the power of collaboration, the beauty of cultural exchange, and the limitless potential of human connection. We have planted the seeds of partnership, and we are eager to nurture them into fruitful collaborations that will benefit our institutions, our communities, and our world at large. As we depart, I leave you with a quote, an Arabic quote that said, "The ties of friendship can be stronger than the ties of blood." Tonight, we have strengthened those ties. We look forward to a future filled with mutual understanding, respect, and cooperation. Before we bid each other farewell, I would like to present each of our distinguished guests with a token of our appreciation, a symbol of our commitment to our shared values and goals. Thank you very much. We thank our speakers that have made remarkable presentations. And we are ready to work as a team, to work tirelessly to make it a success. Thank you. May Allah bless all our endeavors, guide us towards a brighter future.
Our media team further had an interactive session with the organizers, participants, and guests.
From a communication point of view, we know that for some time now, a theory about global village, the global village. I think that theory is more than 50 years. So when in recent times everybody is talking about the global village because of the coming of the internet and social media, I say to them, maybe they don't know exactly what they are talking about. So when we talk about global village now, in the sense that we are now, collaboration has to be something, a sine qua non. How do they put it? Sacrosanct. It is sacrosanct, all right? Because you have to produce now at university level students that are adaptable to anywhere they find themselves in the world. Students who can compete with their colleagues from all over the world. All right. So, with this initiative by Summit University and Christian University, in fact, I think it's something that should have been done long before now, but it's never too late. All right. What that means is that students from our own university here in Nigeria, I'm sure there are going to be cross-fertilization of ideas, okay? Some courses that are probably not available here in Nigeria, exchange programs and things like that. So it can only be beneficial. It can only elevate the status of the Nigerian universities, especially now when we have issues with the exchange rate, whereby it's difficult for students to even buy their tickets to say they want to go and school abroad. It's like those opportunities are now being brought right to their doorstep here in Nigeria. Okay, so this is a beautiful initiative by both University, the Crescent, and the Summit.
Actually, we were approached by Al Mugamma, Dr. Saeed, he was looking for training for Islamic and Sharia subjects. So he approached us at the Association of Arab Universities through the Islamic Bank, and actually we were encouraged to do this collaboration as one of the major objectives of the Association of Arab Universities is to let universities and use Arabic language and of course to support Islamic religion. So we were happy actually to do so. We hosted several groups, students from Nigeria through Al-Mugamma to study at the Islamic University at Jordan.
I think science and technology at the forefront, and there's no doubt that they have an edge over us in terms of centuries of expertise. And I think with the way the world is going with AI, artificial intelligence, and various other curriculum development, they can assist universities regardless of the orientation. But more importantly is to reclaim the scientific contribution of the Arab world and in the Islamic world to ensure that students coming in are fit for purpose in the 21st century. The challenges that our students will face is meeting the requirements of their employers. And I think that most of us now recognize that practical orientation skills are very important in the development of those students. So anything that advances that, anything that brings it into international dimension is greatly welcome. And I think with globalization, we need to see what is happening elsewhere. We need to let our students be exposed to what is required in the future.
The area of expectation now is that first, empowering our personnel in terms of capital development, human development, then library support, ICT support, and exchange of staff and students.
The program is a very interesting one, and it is going to help us as Muslims collectively, especially in the digital technology that they want to embark upon in order to promote the study of Islamic studies and Arabic language.
The modest event was rounded off with dinner, with a variety of meals served in a buffet, while interaction and networking was going on. We congratulate the collaboration of the Islamic universities in Nigeria, peer-headed by Summit University of an association of Arab universities.